Hey everybody, welcome to a Tatter-a-fact at the Girlz Inc. studio live in Las Vegas, and we're just gonna get right to it. I got one of my besties here, Mary.
Hi, Taryn.
Hi, Mary. And you brought your bun along with
Of
you
course.
today.
Yeah, it's a little more free. It's not so tight.
Do you ever go anywhere without the bun?
Yes. It's 42 degrees in Colorado, so I wear my hair down.
You do?
I do wear my hair down in Colorado when I'm not working.
I don't know if I would recognize you with your hair
You know
down.
what? That's when I don't want to be recognized. When I would be in Florida, I think I tattooed half of Florida, honest to God, in the beginning, that I would wear my hair down so nobody would recognize me. And I'm not even kidding you. And they'd walk right past me.
Yeah, so why do we not, when we're out and about, want to be recognized by our clients? Because same thing, I'll be in Trader Joe's or, you know, Target or somewhere, and I'll see clients, and I just like do a beeline. I duck behind clothes. I run. I get out of the line.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to see my clients in public, and I don't really know why.
I think we want to disassociate from work. We want to have a life outside of tattooing.
Yeah, maybe, right?
I just, honest to God, I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, I told my husband, run the other direction. I just, I don't want to talk about work,
Yeah, and it's not that we don't like our clients.
Yeah.
It's just, there's something about running into your clients.
They have their
outside of-
time, and then we need our time, our family time, and our me time. And I don't want to talk about eyebrows or how they faded and when can I see you again. And no,
it's important. And I think the longer you're in this industry, or the longer you're in business, own a company, the longer, older you get, I think you realize like how important family time with friend, time outside of work, downtime, relaxed time, fun.
Hence your four-wheelers.
Yeah, my four-wheelers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really, really important.
Yeah.
I think it allows you to decompress, and it kind of fuels you for the next big project or challenge or stressful day. So,
Well, I'm sure in the beginning, especially when we were in the beginning of our careers, we did everything, and we talked at 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night to our clients. They dictated what we felt obligated to be a part of. So I work normal business hours. When when I'm off the clock at work, I don't answer my phone calls. I really just feel like they almost take advantage of us sometimes.
Yeah.
And I just want to have a little bit of more just me time, alone time. I don't want to get resentful at my clients because they're like messaging me at 2 a.m. or, over stupid stuff, things that we've already talked about.
Oh, yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
So it just gets so aggravating when they don't take our time into consideration.
Yep.
And if we did this to them, the tables were turned and we were messaging them at 2 o'clock in the morning to confirm their appointments, they'd be irate.
Yeah.
I
remember those days. Those days don't sometimes those days seem like light years ago, and sometimes they only seem like, yesterday. But I can absolutely remember when I booked all my own appointments. I returned all the calls myself. It was just me in a 100 square foot room, and I had a massive clientele. I was seeing clients, 6 days a week, 10, 12-hour days, easily 10, 12-hour days. And to the point, Mary, where, Kat and I got married. It wasn't, now everybody knows it wasn't like a legal marriage, but we went to Hawaii and we got married, and I felt so obligated and tied to my clientele that even on our week, our wedding week in Hawaii, I would get up like an hour and a half before Kat, call all my clients, book them, confirm their appointments, because I was so afraid if I missed even a couple of days of doing that, like I'd lose my clientele or they'd be upset. I'd lose appointments. So, now, I got a front desk, that does all that. But I think everybody starts out doing their own books, their own bookings, their own callbacks, their own everything. You're a one-man show. And I think that's kind of the way it probably should be. That's how you learn your business inside out, right?
Without a doubt. I'm just me and my daughter. I don't have a big, huge staff or anything. And I was old school up until 2 years ago. I went to Vigara. I have a book every year of my clientele. I just feel like what we've learned as we grew as artists and as trainers, I carry this over into my trainings to my students and let them know, don't let them walk all over you because they'll just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Set boundaries, stay confident, and let them know this is my time frame. I'll respond to phone calls and emails and messages, and I just feel like people, a lot of my students, they're working till midnight. I'm like, are you crazy? They're working till midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I have done that in the past, and every now and then, I will still work until the wee hours. But, on projects and, collaboration, other things, not, client callbacks. But I remember someone early in my career telling me it's not the work, like the actual procedures and the craft itself that will burn you out. It's client management. If you don't get that under control and manage your clientele, early on, and have boundaries, rules, guidelines, then they're going to burn you out. Yeah. And there was absolute truth into that, because I didn't set boundaries, I didn't set guidelines. They could call me on my personal cell phone. I didn't have a business phone back then. I just had my cell phone, and all my friends, family, and clients have the same number. Yeah. So it's like you couldn't get away from your clients, when they have your personal cell phone. Yeah. So things are different now for me. I think people think of Girlz Inc. as like a big company, and we're not. We're a small company, but we do have a big presence.
Exactly.
But we've got a small team. And so we all pitch in.
Well, you're on an efficient team. Everybody has their duties and their job titles, and they're specific. So it runs like a smooth ship. Yeah. You're a good captain because you lay down the law on what each person does, and it gets done. I don't want to mess with you. I wouldn't mess with you.
I don't have to lay down the law. No,
well, you know what I mean.
When you have like a good team, I mean, can you imagine me laying the law down with like a willow? I mean, look at her. She'd like skateboard all over me. I mean, she's way taller than me. She's way bigger than me.
We all are.
I know. I mean, Olivia, I'll mess with Olivia a little bit. She don't scur me that much, but but Willow, no. No, Willow's a red, she's redhead. Those redheads, they're fiery. So no, but I'm lucky that I have never, ever, 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 like, really, with the team, I've had to lay down the law or do this or do that. It's like, I'm really lucky. We got a great team that love what they do. They believe in Girlz Inc. They want Girlz Inc. to be successful. I think we were just talking about this morning in a team meeting. And I flat out asked them, like, do you like the way I run things? Do you like that I talk to you? I'm transparent with you about our numbers and if we're up in sales or down in sales. And and Olivia was, well, go ahead, tell her.
I think that's what I meant by lay down the law. You have expectations.
I definitely have expectations. I have high expectations of myself. Yes. So I have high expectations of everybody around me.
Exactly.
I really do.
That's what I meant by lay down the law. I know you're not like a sheriff. I know that. No. You know what I mean.
But every now and then you do get an employee or an artist where you do have to lay down the law because, they don't have a good work ethic, or, you start seeing toxic, behavior, personality traits, and you do have to lay down the law. But right now we have a great team, and Olivia, you like how I guess I'm not your typical
4'11".
No, I'm not your typical company owner. I think where I hide the numbers and I only clue them in on what I want them to clue in. I mean, Kat and I are pretty open and transparent about the innards of the company and where we are, sales and whatnot. And Olivia, you said that you said it was weird at first because she came from corporate,
right?
So I asked her, you come from corporate, and in corporate, company owners don't really talk to you.
No, they keep you in the dark.
They keep you in the dark, and so she said it was like weird at first, but now you're kind of.
I like the transparency.
Yeah. And it kind of, and I think you said something like it gives you, it kind of clues you in on like what you need to focus on, what's working, what you need to focus on if they know, the company numbers. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
So I think it's a great, I was being coached by an entrepreneur who coaches company owners maybe about 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. And she was asking me how I talk to my staff. And I told him, I said, I'm kind of maybe a weird company owner, but, I'm very human with them. And, so I tell them about the company numbers, but, when we're down monthly or up monthly or, what area of the company is a little weak. And she actually like applauded me on that and said that is a very new way of running companies. And the more modern CEO and company owner are starting to talk to their employees and share that information with their employees. And so it's a new model of running a company. I'm like, wow, I'm way ahead of everybody because I've always kind of done that.
I do the same thing with my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knows everything that happens.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think it's really good. I think it draws your team into the company and
makes them want to work a little harder too.
I think it makes them
when you're successful, they're successful.
Yeah, well, that's the dang truth,
yes,
you know.
Yes.
And vice versa. When they're happy and successful, we're happy and successful. It's definitely this thing.